morning, Peter. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit of a storm in the teacup, to be honest. I agree that it's crass when you see an image like this of people who are obviously celebrating at a party, dancing at a festival, and that juxtaposition with this really visceral visual image of people who have lost everything, who are homeless, who are destitute, and who are making a dangerous journey to try to find safety. And that juxtaposition it looks crass. It doesn't work well. It's
tasteless at best, isn't it? I would also say that it's powerfully ironic that people who have spent many hundreds of pounds to go to Glastonbury, which is a very secure site that you cannot or shouldn't be able to get into if you haven't paid, are actually celebrating and talking about people coming into this country where our borders are not secure.
Well, I think that's where I would disagree with you. I think that's where the storm in the teacup comes from, because really these are just people who've gone to dance along to the music that they love at a festival. They had nothing to do with this.
I'm not blaming the revellers themselves necessarily. I'm saying the setting is ironic, and I would say that Banksy needs to rethink this particularly.
Well, I think that a lot of the people who go to festivals like Glastonbury are very sympathetic to refugees and asylum seekers. And actually, if you look at the wider programme at Glastonbury, there's talks and discussions on the left field stage which feature refugees who have made that kind of crossing, feature experts who are working with refugees and asylum seekers, talking about the solutions that we actually need. And those will be, attended by many of these people who are attending the festival.
And I've no disagreement with those events. I have no disagreement with those events being held, although I would imagine I would disagree with some of the content. But to me, it's clearly a publicity stunt. I mean, revellers are not blaming themselves, and we don't want to sort of demonise people who go to Glastonbury or pretend that they all think the same thing politically. But certainly the fact that this has happened and the fact that we're talking about it now as a result of it happening is something that the Deputy Prime Minister, Oliver Dowden, has been talking to Times Radio about. He said he was saddened by the mocked-up migrant boat attributed to Banksy displayed at the Glastonbury Festival. I wonder what you make of those comments.
I think it's absolutely extraordinary that the Deputy Prime Minister is commenting on this kind of a story.
Well, he was asked about it, in fairness.
Yeah, but the reason why he was asked about it is because there are certain elements of the right-wing media, especially The Sun, that has latched onto this story today, whose editorial line is particularly hostile, both to young people enjoying themselves at music festivals, and to people who stand in solidarity with migrants and refugees. And they've seen an opportunity to pitch those two groups against each other in some kind of confused, gotcha, mixed up... I
don't think that's true at all. I think that, the Sun didn't, which I should be very clear is owned by the same company that owns Talk. The Sun didn't make this up. The Sun is reporting on what is happening.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a very big deal. I don't think it's a very big story. There's always political statements being made at Glastonbury every single year, and this just really isn't something of the magnitude that we need the Deputy Prime Minister to weigh in on.
Well, he was asked about it. It's a fair. If he'd spoken to this programme, I would probably ask him about it as well. Zoe, thank you for your time. Zoe Gardner there, who is a migration